I used my passport. I already sent it. Please, can you follow up on this? I sent my passport last Friday morning.
I had exactly 50 pesos in my pocket. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? What is the color and the texture of your problem? The man that me I want to date is giving me 100 pesos. The man, imagine if I bought a large size dildo, or how would I go from grace to grass? I know I promise you guys, oh, I'm going to be so consistent in this 2024 and tell you guys about how I'm living in the Philippines, my journey in the Philippines. Oh my God. No, no. I'm going through a lot. Physically, mentally, academically. Because like this heat is severe. How did this discussion get into the heat? I don't wanna know. But I'm here to tell you that this heat is severe. Currently I'm in school getting aircon because if I on the aircon in my house, my electricity bill will rise. So I'm going to use the aircon here in school. I'm currently in the International Students Lounge. It's usually not open on Saturdays, but guess who's the president? Yes, my phone got stolen. It got stolen in a jeepney. The one place I relaxed, let all my worries let go. But guess what? I got my phone stolen in a jeepney because I was so careless. I like just placed it on top of my bag, which was beside me, not on my lap, just beside me because like it was I think 7 p.m. and a lot of people had come down from the jeepney. Yeah. So I just let it go. And I had no idea until I got home. I already like removed my clothes, put it in the laundry, wore night wear and everything, wash my face. I was like, now let me see that. I'll look at your comments, reply to the comments on my social media and all of that. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Nowhere to be found! Nowhere to be found! That very night, I went to the transport company for the bus I got into. I did not remember the number of the bus, but I remember the color of the bus. So I went to two different transport companies. The first one I went to, which was the main one, I swear those people have my phone. So I went there and I met the bus and I was like, hi, I lost my phone until so and so time. And it was like, no, none of our buses were moving after 12 because we have a special program today. So you see all our buses are in the garage. And I'm like, no, I got into a blue fucking bus. A blue bus. I was like, no, it's not our blue. You have to go to this other transport company. So I went to the other transport company and looked at all their buses and I was like, this is not the bus I got into. And they were like, yeah, it's not the bus you got into, but they tried their best to help me. So I had no phone. Now I'm an influencer. I'm phoneless. Let's now take a little track back to the day I lost the phone. On that day, I was going to meet some of my influencer friends. I was going to meet Familia Apelia and Conyo Girl. I went to the place we were supposed to meet. Just to put this out there, ladies and gentlemen, I got there early. For the first time on our outings, I actually got there early. I was the first to come. Well, they were stuck in traffic and all of that, but everything is working in my favor. Also, I thought before the end of the day. So we got there, we shot our content. I didn't want to shoot my own content in the place we were in. Instead, we went to Ayala Malls. In Ayala Malls, there was an opening event for Vision. So after the opening event, we went to the terraces to shoot our content. I took a bus home. So it was when I got home and everything. Now you remember the story I told in the beginning. So the next day, I woke up without a phone, phoneless. And the day before was also my mom's birthday. I could not wish her because I was like, when I'm done shooting all my content and I get home, then I'll wish my mom because of the time difference. So it will still be morning then. That was a huge mistake on my part. Nobody could reach me. The next day, I woke up without a phone. And then my sister texted me and she's like, she texted me on Instagram. I have Instagram on my iPad. And she's like, Ayo, your father and your mother have been trying to reach you. My mom was mad that like I didn't post her, I didn't call her, I didn't text her personally. So she wanted to call me to complain, but she could not get to me to complain. And she started getting worried. Her anger turned into worry. So my sister texted me the next day. Your parents are trying to reach you, they can't reach you. What's going on? So I replied her back on my iPad and I was like, oh, I lost my phone. She's like, what? What? Do you know the current exchange rate? Who's gonna buy you a new phone? You're gonna stay phoneless for the rest of your life in the Philippines. Yeah, it was actually looking like that. So I told her to tell my mom and my dad about my situation. My dad called my roommate on WhatsApp because we communicate with WhatsApp. I was just chilling and living life without a phone. Although yes, I was very anxious. I was panicking, but I had TikTok and Instagram on my iPad. Although I could not shoot a new video. Also, anytime I went out, I had no data, so there was actually no way you could contact me when I go out. So he complained and it was like I should try as much as possible to go around and see if I can get an Android or a cheap phone, so we can buy something I can use to communicate. I was like, no, no, yes, I lost my phone. Yes, yes, I'm a beggar in that situation. I will not downgrade. Only upgrade. How will I go from grace to grass to your loan? It is impossible. And I was like, okay, go around and check for the price of the one you lost. So I went to check for second-hand phones. I couldn't go to the iStore because I know what I was expecting there because I know how much I bought this phone. I went to get second-hand of my phone and everything. Got the list, different places around, and I sent it to my dad. The exchange rate at that point was very high. It was like I think 29. I was still paying that I lost all my content of that day. I was supposed to promote a business and I had to explain to the business owner that I'm sorry, I lost my phone, I lost all your files and everything. Imagine having to tell a business owner that. Immediately after that, I registered my SIM as lost. Also, I put my Gcash on suspension because I use Gcash, but I also have a local bank account. So my local bank account is only 2,000 pesos that is there. Nobody can go ahead and steal that. I used my iPad to register my iPhone as lost. I also could not track my iPhone because I did not upgrade my iOS, so I could not use to find my. About 5 days later, the exchange rate went down to 23. So I used 23 to buy my phone. You don't know what the Lord has done for you. All of it are earning in pesos. You don't know what the Lord has done for you. The people that are earning in naira, they know what their eyes are seeing in this country. They know. They sent some money down for me, and I went ahead to get a phone at Emall. Even the phone itself have issue. So I got a new phone. You think it all ends there, right? No, no. First of all, I had a parcel. I had a TikTok parcel and it was going to arrive 2 days before I got my new phone. Okay? That parcel, it gave me so much problems and anxiety. See, I had already paid for it. If it was an item of 150 pesos, 200 pesos, I'd be like, it's part of my misfortune for losing my phone. No, it was 500 and something pesos. And I couldn't let that parcel just go. And I had already paid for it. I know delivery riders, once they've realized that you have paid for something, they don't actually put in effort trying to get it to you. But once it's COD, that's when their head will be doing. I got a notification that the rider tried to contact me, could not contact me, and went back. So it was a not successful delivery. And I tried to use my housemate's phone to call the driver. The number on the J&T Express delivery website was not working. It was not even existing. I also could not go to J&T office that day. It was already around 3 p.m. when I realized, and I'd already called and already done anything. I could not go back to J&T office because I had severe debilitating, what did they call that? Menstrual cramps. So I'm struggling with my menstrual cramps, dying. But one J&T driver put one fake number on the website. Do you know how I feel? Do you know how I felt? Even right now, I'm in pain. The next day, my cramps were really bad, but I could walk. So I decided to take a bike to their J&T office. You think it gets better? No. Apart from the nonsense number they put on the delivery page, the address on the bike app is wrong. The address on Google Map is wrong. The address on Anchors and Movies are wrong. And I did not have ATM, Gcash, or anything. I had exactly 50 pesos in my pocket only. And the transport fare to the office was 32 pesos. I got to the address on the bike app and we realized that no one was there. The rider wanted to just drop me in the middle of nowhere. I had no phone, no data, no nothing. And you wanna drop me in the middle of nowhere? I was like, yeah, please can you help me to ask around for the office? I'm going to J&C. I went around to ask and he came back to me and was like, they told me that they moved from here to so and so place. I was like, Kuya, please can you take me there? He was like, no, I have to book again on the app, which is like another 40 something pesos or whatever. And then I begged him, I was like, Kuya, I'm so sorry, but I don't have phone. My phone was stolen, Kuya. Please just carry me there. I'll pay extra, Kuya. And then it was like, okay, let's just go. So I got on the bike, we went to the second address. They were not there. Why do you keep keeping these addresses up if the addresses are fake? J and T, why? J and T, why? It was at the third address we finally found the office in one corner. Oh, side note, a week after this particular day, I realized that there was a J and T office like a 2 minutes ride away from my house and it's actually functioning. So I went to that other place and I got there and I talked to them about my parcel. They were like, what's your parcel number? I was like, oh, I could check the website. I had no data to check the website because I have no phone. At this point, I was running mad. So I asked the ladies at the office, please, does any one of you have load? They were like, no, we don't have load. You are going to be in an office 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you don't have load? What kind of lie is this? I was like, oh, in that case, I will buy load for you. You just have to hotspot me. And then they were like, no, no, don't worry, ma'am. We'll just connect you to the Wi-Fi. Ha. Really? You had Wi-Fi all along, but you didn't want me. At this point, it had been 10 minutes since I was asking them. They literally told me to sit down. Okay, okay, let's just help our life. And I said, we just connected to Wi-Fi. Ha. So they connected me to Wi-Fi. Ha. And it was the J and T Wi-Fi they connected me to. So when they connected me, I just got the tracking number, showed it to them. They were typing on their system. They looked at me. I was like, no, we cannot contact you right now. Ha. I believe I told you this. Did I know? So they tried to find my parcel at the warehouse. So they told me, Mom, the warehouse that has your parcel is in Mandawi. Is it that I offended one spirit? I offended one astronomical being that is putting this stress upon my life, that is just having its revenge by making my life miserable. What do you mean Mandawi? I'll leave you and go to Mandawi for a parcel. I told them where in Mandawi. Say the office in Mandawi. You use Google Map, ma'am. And I told them no, I will not use Google Map. You can't tell me that because even trying to get to this your office, I use Google Map. I use Move It, Anchors, everything. Nothing was giving me correct addresses. So you cannot tell me that I want the exact address from your office so that I know where to go. They were like, ma'am, we don't know the address. So you just send me on the good stage to Mandawi. So I said, please, can you get me the exact address? Thank you. And I said, oh, we'll just contact the office over there, ma'am. So they were contacting. And 15 minutes later, I asked, what's going on? They were like, we have not gotten a reply from the office, ma'am. The Lord is testing me. The Lord is testing my patience. I said, okay. I sat down back. Later, they came back to me and was like, oh, we've gotten the address. It's in Guadalupe. I'm not even going to complain about that because I didn't want to go to Mandawa in the first place. Guadalupe is closer for me. So I said, okay, what's the exact address? They told me the name of the street. And I said, where on the street? Because this street seems long. I checked it on Google Maps. The street was just like this across my screen. I said, it's long, ma. Why are you saying it? Then I say, oh, we'll find the exact address, ma'am. I waited for another 20 minutes till they gave me an address. When they just gave me the address, I was like, thank you very much. And I went home in a jeepney. Because luckily for me, in my purse there was only 50 pesos, which I used to pay the courier that took me around on the bike. But inside my bag itself, at the bottom part of the bag, there were like some lying around coins, which amounted to exactly 11 pesos, and I used to pay for my jeepney. The next day, I went to the warehouse. We finally got the warehouse on the street. When we got into the warehouse, I just stood outside because I didn't know how to enter. It's just all men in there. I know as a lady, this kind of thing, it's so sad how the world has evolved. We're scared to walk into places that like only men are. And look, I'm a foreigner. I stood in front of the warehouse, just looking inside, looking up. What do I do? And then a man just looked and was like, "Hi, do you need anything?" I was like, "Good afternoon. I'm looking for my parcel. I was told to come to this warehouse." I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem. You come, come. It looked so nice and trusting." I was like, "Oh, okay." So when I got into the warehouse, they were like, "You have a seat, ma'am. Relax, relax. Have a seat. What parcel are you looking for? Do you have the tracking number?" I was like, "Yes, I have the tracking number." At this point, my brain has set. I took a screenshot on the web on the website. So I gave them the number. They checked for it. They were like, "Oh, ma'am, this parcel is not in our warehouse." I say, by the grace of God Almighty, it is in your warehouse. Well, I will not go to another place. In Jesus' name, it is your warehouse. They laughed. So when they were trying to call the rider, they saw the rider's name and they were like, oh, this guy, we know him. He comes to this warehouse to pick parcels. They told me, "Oh, we have seats for you over there. Go sit close to the fan." Directed the fan towards me and they were like, "You wait, ma'am, we'll check for your parcel, huh?" So while I was sitting down, they were talking to me. They're like, "What's your name?" To check for your parcel. I told them my name. They were singing my name. I was like, "Please keep singing. Whatever makes you remember my name to find my parcel. Keep singing." They asked me, "Ma'am, what exactly is this parcel? Let's know what you're looking for." So, they could differentiate if it's tiny, if it's big, so it's easier for them to find. Just imagine if I had bought a dildo. Imagine if I had bought a large size dildo online and this happened to me. Anyways, so the tripod. And then I told them, so they got my parcel eventually at the return to sender position. They're like, "This one, ma'am, are you there?" I was like, yes, that's me. "I will clean it for you, ma'am, give it to you." They were just like a good sport. All the men were laughing. They were even calling their friends to tell their friends like a foreigner is in their warehouse and shit, which was funny to me. But I was just enjoying too. And then they brought my parcel for me. I appreciated them. On my way out, I realized, oh, I don't have data to book a bike. And it didn't look like bikes were just willingly passing on that road. It was habal I could see. So they went out, looked for a bike, and they told me they will like price the bike for me since bikes were expensive. So I should just stay inside while they go outside to get me a bike for a good price. So they came back to me like, "You have 70 pesos?" I said, "Yes." "You will take this bike, you will take it to your house for 70 pesos." Now, coming back here, I have now gotten a phone. Now, let me unfreeze my Gcash account. Problem. Gigi is the help AI, the customer care AI for Gcash. Gigi was not helping my life. So I went to Globe office. I was like, while I talk about my Gcash concern, I could just get a new SIM. So when I got to Globe office to them about my Gcash concern, they still directed me back to Gigi and they told me to call. Then they told me to call 2882, which is their hotline. So I also told them, "Oh, I want to get a SIM card. Is it possible for me to get it in my previous number?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." They don't have my passport. So I explained to them, they were like, "Okay, just bring photocopies and bring your school ID and bring an affidavit of loss." Where do I get an affidavit of loss? They were like, "Just find any lawyer. Affidavit of loss is 1,500 pesos." I want to buy a SIM of 150, 200, which on the normal day will be 50 pesos, if not that I needed my new number. And I will now come and pay 1,500 pesos for an affidavit for a paper. Uncle, can you hear yourself? I told him that is unnecessarily high and it's way past my budget for an ordinary affidavit of loss or an ordinary notarized affidavit of loss. So when I was in school, I met a student and she was like, "Hey, I heard that your phone was stolen." I was like, "Yeah, it's stolen. Actually, I don't even know what to do right now, but I want to get a SIM. They told me that I should pay 1,500 for affidavit of loss." She was like, "Why do you have to pay 1,500 pesos? You could go to Southwestern University legal office. They'll do it there for you. You're a student." I went into the legal office of the school and they were like, "Okay, give us 200 pesos, we'll notarize it." That very same day, I went back to Globe office. So when I went to Globe office, I submitted everything to them. They told me I had to come back in 1 hour time. So I went around roaming around Ayala and trying to call 2882, which is Gcash hotline number. Guess what? They kept cutting me off and they did not allow the number to go through. Are you guys as frustrated as I am? Because right now I'm at the brink of it all. After 1 hour, I went back to Globe office. Guess what? They had called my name. I explained to them that you were the one that told me to go for 1 hour, and said exactly I timed myself 1 hour. And then they told me, "Oh, we're sorry, we'll call you next." The next was 45 freaking minutes. I talked to the customer care guy, gave me a new SIM card, and told me to be activated in 3 to 5 working days. And I should put a number there. So I put my housemate's number to text that, it's been done. After a week, I did not get any message from Globe. I went back to their office and they told me, "Oh, we already sent a message 3 days ago." Eh? A messaging app was already full, so it didn't get in. So the guy helped charge my phone. He plugged my phone on his desk. Very nice guy. Yeah, if that man, if I wouldn't say like if that man is not married or something. I It's so first it's fine. He has long hair. He's muscular. He's so nice. He has a nice smile. Everything and more. Kelly, I was like, I'll help you fix the SIM. Did you bring the SIM with you? I said yes. Like, he fixed the SIM on my phone for me. Did all the setting up for me, and yeah, we're talking together and all of that, just chatting. And I told him, while you're charging my phone, can I go get some lunch? I was like, yeah, sure, you can go. I'll wait for you here. So I went to get some lunch. But I couldn't get lunch because guess what? I forgot that my G cash has not been unsuspended yet. I stayed on that line for a long time, like 10 minutes, because it was like rush hour or something. I stayed on that line. When it got to my point, I was like, can I get things and two rounds? Yeah, thank you. And I was about to pay, and then I opened my purse and realized I had no money. I had to tell the cashier lady, I'm sorry, can you reverse this transaction? I'm not. I lied. I said I'm with the wrong purse, and she was like, oh, this girl, I'm already as embarrassed as it is. Auntie, she was just eating. We just put this here, remove. And I was going back to the Globe office. I got lost in the mall. I was at SM City. Who gets lost in a mall at this day and age? If Ayala Mall, I understand. You can get lost in the Ayala Mall. I got lost in SM. I eventually found the office. So I was trying to use the Wi-Fi of Globe office to book a ride and book it with cash. So when I get home, I'll pay. But the network wasn't going through. I've been through it all. Guy was asking, "Oh, why aren't you leaving yet?" Because I already collected my charger, my phone, and everything from him. I was like, I have a little problem. I explained everything to him. He was like, "How much will get you home?" I was like, "I think about it, like 23 pesos or something." So he brings out 100 pesos and gives to me. The man that me I want to date, I'm in this peaceful situation, is giving me money. Is giving me 100 pesos. The man, well, as you can probably tell, I was not in a situation to fall in love after that. I just felt pity. I was like, no, don't worry. I can take care of myself, sir. Don't worry about it. I was like, no, like advance payment. So if you see someone in need in the future, just use this 100 peso for me. Instead of paying me back, use this 100 peso to help them. Pick me, love me, choose me. Whoever that guy is, if you're seeing this, Gugma Tika for real, like a Ayo for real. I took the money, bought myself dinner, and went home. I started now my main battle with Gcash. I started with Gigi. Nothing was coming forth. I now called their customer care. They won. At this point, I had sent my ID on Gigi twice. So I sent again. And they were like, oh, ma'am, this is a photocopy. I was like, yes, it's a photocopy because my passport is with your Bureau of Immigration. And they're like, oh, okay, ma'am. In that case, we will see what we can do about it. 3 days later, I called back. They were like, ma'am, we couldn't use the photocopy. You waited for me to go call your customer care line before you could tell me. You'll be replying my emails. What happened to telling me that I should just send another one through the email? What is the color and the texture of your problem? Around this point, I already got my passport back from the Bureau of Immigration. I called their customer care line again. I sent it to them. And the lady was like, okay, we have received it. We will work on this and we'll get back to you in 3 working days. Your suspension will be lifted live. Live. So 3 days later, I called the customer care again. I'm like, I am tired of calling your customer care. Please, if there is anything wrong with my account or you do not want to leave the suspension on my account, just let me know. They're like, oh no, sorry for the delay, ma'am. I will prioritize your concern and tell it to the higher ups immediately so we can prioritize. Da, 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 da. They didn't. A week later, I called the customer care again. Ha. We're still in April. Oh, all this is still happening in April. We're in May. It's today not 18th of May. They told me, Oh, ma'am, you will prioritize your concern again. I said the last time I called, you told me we were going to prioritize my concern. I don't know what kind of priority this is. I called them back again. What is going on? Please leave this. It's me that put the suspension on my account, and now I say I don't want suspension again. Lift my suspension. I'm tired of sending IDs and chatting with Gigi. I'm tired. Just for the love of God, leave the suspension. Like, mom, we understand your frustration. If you understand, please help me and lift my suspension. Give us 3 to 5 working days. I called after a week.
I used my passport. I already sent it. Please, can you follow up on this? I sent my passport last Friday morning. My original passport and a selfie with my original passport. I already sent it to you. You asked for it. I sent it.
But at the end of the day, the suspension got lifted last week. Just this last week. Glory be to God. So finally, my SIM is working. My Gcash is working. I have a new phone. God is good. And I realized that, oh, I did not back up my videos. I did not back up my pictures. That's on me. I back up once every month, and I had not backed up for the month of March. So all my footages from March to April gone. And I only like back up my photos. I don't necessarily back up my videos due to space. My iCloud storage is full, my Google storage is full, everything is fucking full. Bad word, no bad words. That is how I am here in front of you. I'm using this new phone to vlog with this bad lighting of Southwestern University. Like and subscribe. My next video, I am going to be giving you updates on living here in the Philippines and leaving the Philippines. Thank you for listening to my rant. Love you. Bye.